Are you happy? What makes you happy? Do you have a happy place? I'm in my favourite happy place. This is my garden. I've got 5 puppy dogs and we're about to go for a run, so I'm really happy. But I'm happy every day, and people say that that's not possible. Rowie, you can't be happy all the time. But here's a great question. What if you could be? What would you need to do so that you could be happy all the time? And does happiness come from the outside, or can you produce it on the inside? And I get really excited about this, and a lot of people will argue that you can't be happy all the time, and there's depressed people in the world and there's horrible things that happen. And yes, I get all of that. I'm an old lady. I've lived a long time and I've had some horrible things happen to me in the world. Terrible things have happened in the world. And yes, it's interesting though that we get to make a choice. So I can't change the things that happen. A lot of things are just out of my control. But I have full control over how I respond or react to those things. And is it possible that if you've got a healthy, fit, strong body, your brain lives inside that healthy, fit, strong body, that happiness could be physiological rather than psychological? Could we create our own happiness physiologically? And of course the answer is yes, but now it becomes a choice, doesn't it? So if you are miserable, depressed, angry, anxious, unhappy, if you want to change that, you can. You can physically change that. You can change your brain chemistry, but that's a choice. So what do you need to do? And I'm always about solutions. So first of all, Rowie, how can you be happy every day? I wake up in a place that I love, and that is a choice. I've decided I want to live in the South Island of New Zealand, out in the middle of nowhere. It's peaceful and quiet, and I love it here, so it's very easy to be happy here. I get that. I've made that choice, but you get to choose where you live too. The very next thing I do, though, is as soon as I wake up, I go outside. I come out here, sunrise, I breathe in fresh air, I get sun on my skin, and I say what I'm thankful for. I don't look at what's negative. I don't look at my phone. I don't look at what's going on in the world. I don't listen to the news. I don't listen to the radio. I have a very specific list of things that I'm thankful for, and I come out here in the fresh air and sunshine, and I share with myself what I'm thankful for. The next thing I do is the physiological change. So even if I'm tired or stressed or things are going on in my life, I get fresh air and sunshine first because I want to breathe in fresh air. Mind you, I have all the windows open in my house. But the next thing I do is I get really puffed. I get onto my cross trainer because there's no pounding. I don't have to run. I don't sit, obviously never sit down, and a cross trainer is in the upright position. And I go as absolutely flat out fast as I possibly can for about 10 seconds. I don't count it. I just keep going as hard as I possibly can until I can't go anymore at 100% effort. And you can feel that because lactic acid starts to step in. And if you understand the physiology of the human body, energy comes from 3 places, or 3 energy systems: the aerobic system, the lactate system, and the phosphate system. The phosphate system only lasts for 10 seconds. After 10 seconds of 100% effort, your body starts to produce that burning sensation in your muscles. And the lactic acid, or the lactate system, produces that burning sensation, and I don't like it, so I go as hard as I possibly can. The reason I'm sharing that with you is fight and flight, the system inside your body that keeps you alive, stops you from dying if you're under threat. After you have gone through the phosphate system, you put in 100% effort to get away from a threat, and all I do first thing in the morning is create that threat for myself, which is flat out on the cross trainer. Now I produce neurochemicals, neurotransmitters, happy drugs in my brain that I cannot be unhappy. It's not possible because my body produces dopamine, which is a reward neurotransmitter. Yay, I'm alive. Serotonin, which is a satisfaction neurotransmitter. Yay, I love my life because I'm alive. Brain-derived neurotropic factor, which is fertilizer for your brain, so that whatever you do next time, you're going to be better at it. Your body produces, and because I have a gorgeous husband and puppy dogs, and often on my cross trainer I can see them while I'm on my cross trainer, my body produces oxytocin, which is the love drug, and then endorphins, which are happy drugs and also painkillers. So I'll often wake up, because I'm an old lady and I've been exercising all of my life, and I used to do some stupid exercises when I was younger. I've got a body that's a bit busted and broken. But after you produce endorphins, pain-killing happy drugs, that pain goes away. So literally, it doesn't matter what my body's going through, fresh air, sunshine, and then get puffed, and I'm a happy person. The next thing I do is I go outside, and because this is the South Island of New Zealand, even in summer, our water here is really cold because it comes from a bore deep underground, so it's always really cold. So I go outside, and you probably don't need this visual, but I have a shower, freezing cold shower under the hose. So I literally spray my entire body, and I spend a lot of time on my face because I want my face to be alive and awake, and I obviously love to smile. So it's a very simple system. You ready? Fresh air, sunshine, get puffed, ice cold water. My body is alive, it's awake, it's ready to go, and it's happy. Then multiple times throughout the day, and there's two different times. One is every 15 minutes. If I'm having a great day, every 15 minutes I go and punch the bag or skip rope or run up and down the driveway to get really puffed. So I'm producing happy chemicals all the time. But if I get a stressful email or have a stressful telephone call or somebody's trying to invade my personal space and put shit into my life, I go and punch the bag. In particular, punch or kick the bag, because the fight and flight system, and I always share this, if you run away from a threat, you'll feel rewarded that you got away from the threat, but ultimately the threat's still there. But if you turn and fight the threat and you kill it and the threat's gone, now I think you have even better neurochemicals in your brain. I think the dopamine response and the serotonin response is even better. So kicking and punching, I don't go and kill anybody, and I don't run away from a wild animal or fight a wild animal. I go and kick and punch the bag. So I produce that same situation again. So constantly throughout the day, I'm putting happy chemicals into my brain. So people say, Rowie, you can't be happy all the time. Yeah, but if I feel unhappy or stressed or annoyed or something comes into my life that isn't making me happy, I go and change my brain chemistry. That's a choice. I go and hug my puppy dogs. They produce oxytocin. That makes me feel good. That's a choice. I come outside in the fresh air and sunshine. That makes me feel good. That's a choice. I eat yummy food. I only have great people in my life. All of those things are choices so that you can be happy all the time. And that's not just me. You can too. It doesn't matter what's going on in your life. You can create your own happy experiences. You can create your own happy chemicals. And even if it's terrible things have happened, and I have had horrible things happen to me in my life, but I choose not to treat them as horrible experiences. I choose to treat them as learning experiences. Everything in my life helps me learn and grow. And that's one of the things I share when I come outside in the morning with the fresh air and sunshine. I'm thankful for the tough, horrible, yucky experiences that help me grow. Now, I don't call them that. I just call them wow, interesting experiences, because interesting is a much better word for me than horrible or terrible. So thank you for that interesting person that came into my life and taught me. I always share that. I'm happy for the horrible, yucky people that try and invade my space, because they make me appreciate my life. They've revealed who they are, so I know I don't want to hang out with them. And it makes me happy that I have a choice. And isn't that awesome that we all get to choose? Now, I would love for our kids not to... We have a lot of children now who are on antidepressants. We've got a lot of kids that say that they're unhappy. I would really like our kids to know that fresh air and sunshine and getting puffed and having an ice cold shower and eating yummy food and having a puppy dog and just choosing to be a happy person, all of that is a choice. And I'd like our kids to know that. I don't want our kids to think that, I'm feeling a little bit unhappy, so I've got to go on a mind-altering, horrible drug that's got horrible side effects. And I'll say that, it's a very controversial thing to say, because a lot of people, half the world now is on antidepressants, and that's not an exaggeration. We literally have, in some Western countries, half of the people that live in that country are taking some kind of mind-altering antidepressant. Well, how about this? What if, rather than drugs first to get happy, you got fresh air, sunshine, got puffed, had a nice cold shower, ate some yummy food, hung out with great people, or got yourself a puppy dog? Is it possible that you too could be happy every day without any artificial influence? I would love that for everybody. I would love everybody to be happy every single day. But I know that's a choice. I choose that. What about you? Are you going to choose to be happy every day? Live your life to the max. Super duper doo. How are you? Living my life to the max. Look at little Judo. She's found a little spot there. And she's having a little... Look at her. She's so gorgeous. Judo. Beautiful little girl. Woohoo.